The following program is for adult audiences only.
Hey, this is Alonzo Bowden, and you are listening to Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
And we're back.
I swear to God, man, I think these shits are crooked.
I think you're crooked.
Man, something. Let me tell you what. One of you motherfuckers send me some shades that ain't crooked at my URL Twitter name. All right? Get some something. Anyway, what the fuck is up? It's another episode of the shit show. We had to miss last week. I got snowed in, man. Snowed in on the mountain. Mount Crumpet to dump it, and I'm stuck up here with these presents, dog. Trying to give them out to people, and I can't do it.
Oh, my God. So, my dad was watching the show Ghosts the other day. I think it's on CBS. Fucking stupid show. It's a bunch of ghosts hanging out together.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a
Have
ghost
you ever
hunter
seen
show.
that?
Okay,
No.
'cause I don't fuck with the ghost hunter shows, but
No.
all right. Is
So,
it any good?
Well, no.
He's like, stupid fucking show. No.
So, it's funny. One of the ghosts on the show, I made a total dad joke. It was not a good dad joke, but I'm going to share it with you. It's fucking terrible.
This is what you get here. Top quality.
It's terrible. TRBL, terrible. So, one of the ghosts was eating, and he says, "How the fuck do ghosts eat?" And without missing a beat, I said, "With spoons."
That's a good one. All right. That's pretty
fucking
good.
stupid.
All right.
But it's funny because at work the other day, we were talking about shaving our heads and stuff, and the guy that I work with said that he uses a number 2, and I said, "That's why your hair always looks like shit."
Ha!
It went right above his head, too.
Got him.
It was fucking great.
That's a double. That's like a quadruple entendre there. You got,
Oh,
you got
man.
your 3 ways to Sunday.
That one, fucking dude, I almost fell off my chair laughing at myself on that one.
You see, and this is a top quality comedian we're bringing to you live for free right here on the shit show. This guy right here,
man.
Big Johnny, come bringing you the
funny.
Laffy Taffy popsicle stick humor that you remember from when you were a kid. All right?
Okay, we'll jump right into the show here.
Let's bust into the meat. That's what it is.
So, we have another heartwarming update.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What are we
that's a good
updating
one.
on?
Yeah,
Let's
right.
hear about it.
Inmate stabbed Derek Chauvin 22 times. Charged with attempted murder,
Damn.
prosecutors say.
Man.
Good stuff.
That guy wasn't
Good
fucking
stuff.
around, huh?
I love it.
It was an accident.
Well,
I didn't mean to.
It's funny because we'll get into it here, but I have some thoughts on this. It says a federal inmate was charged Friday with attempted murder in the prison stabbing of Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd. John Tursak stabbed Chauvin 22 times in the law library at the Federal Correctional Institution in Tucson, Arizona, with an improvised knife, federal prosecutors said. Tursak, 52, told correctional officers he would have killed Chauvin had they not responded so quickly, prosecutors said. So, well, now we know his name. We can put money on this.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, and we'll be starting the Kickstarter, the campaign. Put some money on this man. We'll get him some soups, maybe some Nikes, maybe a new TV.
Right?
TVs in fucking prison are expensive, man. It's like $500.
So Tursak later told FBI agents that he'd been thinking about assaulting Chauvin for about a month because he is a high-profile inmate, but denied wanting to kill him, prosecutors said. Tursak told the agents that he attacked Chauvin on Black Friday, the day after Thursday, as a symbolic connection to the Black Lives Matter movement and the black hand symbol associated with the Mexican mafia gang, prosecutors said. An attorney for Tursak was not listed in court records, and Tursak, who has represented himself in numerous court matters from prison, remained in custody on Friday. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't, but... So
We're going to let him out.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should. I think they shouldn't because he didn't finish the job. But
Yeah, well, I mean, you get time off or you fucking...
yeah. So Chauvin, 47, was sent to FCI Tucson from a maximum security Minnesota State prison in August 2022 to simultaneously serve a 21-year federal sentence for violating Floyd's civil rights and a 22.5-year state sentence for second-degree murder. Chauvin's lawyer, Eric Nelson, had advocated for keeping him out of general population and away from other inmates, anticipating he'd be a target. In Minneapolis, in Minnesota, Chauvin was mainly kept in solitary confinement, largely for his own protection, Nelson wrote in court papers last year. Floyd, who was black, died on May 25, 2020, after Chauvin, who was white, pressed a knee on his neck for 9.5 minutes on the street outside a convenience store where Floyd was suspected of trying to pass a counterfeit $20 bill.
Time out. Floyd, who was poor, and Chauvin, who was not poor. Okay, anyway. That's what.
Yeah. This is a bystander video captured Floyd's fading cries of "I can't breathe." His death touched off protests worldwide, some of which turned violent and forced a national reckoning with police brutality and racism. So my question to you, Anthony, is if you were going to off someone real fast, what would you do? Especially with a knife.
Well, I mean, it definitely, yeah, like, if I was in this situation,
Yeah.
how am I going to get this guy? What I would probably hit him 3 times. I'd probably do one to the neck, one up under the armpit, one in the kidneys. Make sure. See, you really want to get in the lungs, because then you could drown them. Then they can't do nothing. Then he's just like, hey, you got about 2 minutes, man. You drowned. You can watch them. I mean, they're just standing there, but they're drowned standing there. It's crazy to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you're gonna go for the throat.
Oh, I'm going heavy, man. I'm
You're
not like.
It's not gonna be 22. It's
Well,
gonna be one and done. and
That's what I
it.
said. Was he slashing or was he stabbing? Because slashing is more of like a punishment kind of thing. If you don't want to kill the guy, they'll slash the shit out of him. But if you're trying to stick him, then yeah, you're trying to kill this dude. Like there's different types of like prison shankings. You know what I mean? There's some that are just like, yeah, this dude's been talking a lot of shit, and then there's some that's like, well, I got paid to take this motherfucker out, man. I got
Yeah.
So I mean, it's interesting. I mean, the fact that he was able to stab him 22 fucking times, it kind of does lead me to believe that he wasn't trying to kill him. But I mean. He was a little thick, man. He might have been. Was he slashing or stabbing, man? I got to see the dude. Scarred him up pretty good.
Yeah, but I thought, yeah, his intention definitely wasn't to kill him because.
No, you can't. I mean,
yeah, it's one and done, man. 2 at the most, and that's
you
it.
would think, but I mean, you also got the dude that you're trying to stab is really trying not to get stabbed. I would think.
Well, I mean, he's not trying too hard if he got him 22 times.
But he didn't die, you see. So maybe that's why. I mean, if you're missing a lot, maybe it's a lot of grazing stabs. You know, a lot of these ones. I don't know. I don't know the height difference, man. What about the reach? I don't know what kind of weapon he had. I don't think. I'd like to see the dude. Obviously, not the hero. No. I like to see the dude. I want to see how cut up he is, see what really the action was. And not only that, is obviously he's not going to say who ordered this hit or if this guy's gang affiliated or if he gets some kind of credit for it. But yeah, he's a high-profile inmate, so that's why I want to do it. I don't really understand the whole Black Friday thing. That's a retail holiday, my dude. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with...
Well,
I mean... Whatever, dude. They ought to call it Roll Black Friday or some shit.
well, and that's another thing is like everyone's all upset suddenly for some reason about Black Friday. It's like it doesn't have anything to do with black people. That's when you go from the red into the black in your ledger.
That's it. That's a retail holiday,
Yeah,
man. That have nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah.
They ought to call it Rollback Friday, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just like it doesn't make any sense. The only motherfuckers coming up on Black Friday is Walmart, man.
Yeah. That fucking Amazon.
Yeah, it's not racist. And again, if anything, if we should eliminate Black Friday for any fucking reason, it's because it's classist. It's a fucking holiday to exploit poor people. Again, we don't like poor people in this country. Really, everything we need to do has nothing to do with racism. We need to eradicate the income level distribution in this, the disparity in this country. The income distribution is absolutely insane. So we have just... like this, we don't give a shit if you make less than 75K, 120K a year. You just really don't fucking matter. And certainly if you're under that poverty line, I think that's like 12.6 or something. That's fucking crazy. But we really don't give a fuck about those people. Those are the ones that you can normally, like, fucking choke on the side of the road until they're dead if you're a cop and nobody gives a shit. Because they make less than 12.5. No, nobody cares about you. You're poor. I mean, Black Friday's a holiday to basically make fun of poor people and watch... people who can't afford the things they like to buy trample and stample over each other and beat the shit out of each other for $10 off on a Cabbage Patch doll. It's like it's really for the YouTube. It's not for... I mean, all that shit on Black Friday is after Christmas 50% off anyway. The thing is like it's really... the whole thing about the holiday is just to see like... it's like a barometric... it's an easy bar graph to like how many poor people are there. Look at the Walmart. They're lining up around the fucking building. They waited all year to get $20 off on a Panasonic. Like, this motherfucker needs something. He's been waiting all year for this deal. Ain't been watching the game all year until fucking, I'll tell you, the week after fucking Black Friday, man, I can watch the first game, man. He's ready to kill a guy. This is a poor guy. It's not like, I don't even go out of my house on Black Friday. And it's not because I'm racist, bro. It's because I'm classist. And I don't want to be hanging out with a bunch of fucking bums around there in them stores, man. I'm not fucking doing it, man. I'm just saying, that's what we need to fix. It always seems that we jump at the first, we grab racism. It's racist, it's racist, it's racist. It's like, man, doesn't that eliminate the lead up? Then we can't, if we just say it's racist, then we can't get to the bottom of this thing. We can't really see, like, who's being a dick here. It's usually a rich guy, no matter what color he is. It's usually a fucking rich guy, man, and he's usually the fucking problem, you know? It's not usually this, the systematic fucking, like, it might just be that, and not only that, but it's really hard to be racist if you're fucking poor, man. Like, a lot of the dudes sleeping in the parking lot are not all the same color. It's very difficult to hate on a motherfucker in your same situation. Poor people, a lot of times, unless you're trailer park poor, and that they don't know they're poor, you gotta tell them. They buy a big screen TV on Black Friday and they're like, look at me, I'm not poor. You are still poor, okay? Just because you exploit a retail holiday does not make you not a poor guy. Hey, look, I got fucking AirPods. Yeah, but you had to wait 5 years to get them. I mean, come on.
You got a first generation, you broke bitch.
Yeah, you had to take out a loan to get, like, you had a payday loan. Come on, bro. You're not, like, those people, they don't know they're poor. That's why they're kind of racist. But people who know they're poor, know they grew up poor, it's hard to be racist, dude. You grow up with everybody. And everybody is the same color. We're all fucking blue, man. We're sad. Everybody's sad, bro. We're broke, man. That's what it is. Everybody fucking broke, man. Oh, it sucks. So it's like we immediately jump onto these fucking bandwagons of like, this person is a black. This person is a white. I'm tired of hearing that, man. I want to know, what is their annual earning? I want to know their salary. What does that guy make? Because he just did something that you're not really supposed to be doing. And that's usually a rich guy thing to do. Because poor people, they're like, fuck, man, I'm just trying to pay rent, man. I don't have time to fuck with the cops. I'm just trying to pay rent, bro. I can't be paying lawyers and shit. You know, a DUI will cost you $20,000 fucking dollars. Like, man, you can't. I'm not trying to mess around with no cops. What? It's always a fucking race thing in this country, and I feel like the people that make it a race thing are the ones that are the divisive assholes. You know, these Illuminati asshole fucking guys, right? Whatever. They're trying to divide us not by color, bro. It's about the money, bro. We got assholes making $1 billion on plastic nipples, and we got dudes. I seen a guy starving to death. Like yesterday, middle of town, just some fucking bum, dude. And I'm telling you, he's starving to death because I've seen people that were starving to death. He looked the same. Sucked up and shit. Looked like that thing in Harry Potter they were carrying before he turned into Voldemort. Like the worm thing. Oh, yeah. This motherfucker sucked up, bro. He was dying. And I'm like, he just didn't invent plastic nipples. So that's what he did. That's what it did to him. Like, we gotta spread out some. We gotta give some health care out, man. We gotta like incentivize somebody to invent something. Like, don't cut down the small business, man. Give him health care. That makes more sense instead of like, hey, I know you started this concrete paving business, but don't fucking stub your toe, dude, because then you're done and your whole business is out of commission because you ain't got health care. Like, we need to change other things in this country that don't really have anything to do with race. They really don't. They have to do with fucking income levels. And if we fix that, dude, I think a lot of this race shit, man, we'll just see it just kind of disappear. You won't need to bring it up anymore because poor people won't be getting fucked over. There won't be so many of them, dude. There just won't be so many poor people. If there's not so many poor people, you can't go up to a man that makes $150,000 a year, regardless of what color he is, and punch him right in the fucking face. You can't do it, because then you're going to go to jail. You're going to get sued. You can't do it. I mean, me? I make way less than $150,000 a year on the books. If you, like, I'm not going to call the police. What do you mean? I used to be poor, man. Nothing's going to happen. Like, we're going to handle this internally. We're going to file some forms. I'll get with my people. We're going to handle this internally. Rich people don't do shit like that. You can't take advantage of them if you're the system. The system can take advantage of people that don't make a bunch of money. That's the fucking problem. We can't give away free money. We were doing that, And now we got a lot of inflation problems. We can't be doing that. But, I mean, we got to figure out, we got to train some of these assholes or something. We got to do something. Or we got to make it just illegal to be, like, poor. Just make it illegal to be poor. Institute a basic income of, like, fucking $2,000 a month. And then if you don't fill out your paperwork to make that and you make less than $24,000 a year, you're fucking going to jail. That's it. It's not hard. You got to fill out 10 forms. And if you don't fill those out, we're taking you to jail if you're broke. Problem solved. It will end racism. A universal basic income in this country ends racism. The next fucking day, there's no more racism. Everybody's equal. Nobody's better than anybody else. We're all not poor. You can't fucking hate on somebody because he can't afford a lawyer now. You can't do anything to him because he's just going to rot in jail and he can't bail out. He's not poor anymore. No matter what color he is, he has green. You see? I'll tell you what. When I get in charge, I'm going to fix it, guys. Don't worry. I'm going to fix it. Give me the time. I got it. I'll fix it.
Yikes.
And everybody's getting a gun. Everybody needs a gun.
You get a gun.
Everybody's
get a gun.
Everybody, hey, put me in the office. Everybody gets $24,000 a year and a free gun. There you go. That's what we'll start to get a free gun a year. You could trade up. You can swap it out like a library. That's what we can do with the libraries,
like
Johnny.
The iPhone.
We could do that. Nobody's getting books anymore. We could just check out guns in the library. Just fill them up with guns. I'm telling you, dude, you got swap, bam. No more homeless problem. Every homeless person has a gun. You're not homeless if you got a gun. I got a gun. I'm not homeless. The minute I got a gun, I was no longer homeless ever again. It ain't gonna happen to me, bro. I got a gun. What do you mean? You're not homeless. Come on. I'll fix it, guys. Next story.
I'm so sorry about that. All right. Speaking of fucking stupid shit and about class, more sex than class, but
Classy sex.
Texas Supreme Court temporarily blocks woman from emergency abortion.
Ooh, I heard about that story. Well, I read the headline. I didn't really hear about it, but let's hear about it.
It's fucking bullshit. It says the Texas Supreme Court temporarily blocked a pregnant woman from obtaining an emergency abortion on Friday, shortly after the state's attorney general requested the block. The legal battle is a major... Hold on a second. The legal battle is a major test case since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned the nationwide constitutional right to abortion last year, enabling states like Texas to pass near-complete bans. The Texas court halted a lower court ruling allowing the emergency abortion, responding to a petition from Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton earlier in the day. Without regards to the merits, the court administratively stays the district court's December 7, 2023 order, the late Friday ruling said. The woman, Kate Cox, 31, of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, sought court authorization for the abortion because her fetus was diagnosed on November 27th with trisomy 18, a genetic abnormality that usually results in miscarriage, stillbirth, or death soon after birth. Cox, who was about 20 weeks pregnant, said in her lawsuit that she would need to undergo her third cesarean section if she continues the pregnancy. This could jeopardize her ability to have more children, which she says she and her husband want. While we still hope that the court ultimately rejects the state's request and does so quickly, in this case we fear that justice delayed will be justice denied, said Molly Duane, senior staff attorney at the Center for Reproductive Rights. District Court Judge Maya Guerra Gamble sided with Cox on Thursday, issuing an order that applied only to Cox and does not expand abortion access more broadly. But Paxton, who had previously warned that any doctors involved in providing the emergency abortion would not be safe from prosecution, asked the state's highest court to intervene. Nothing can restore the unborn child's life that will be lost as a result, the filing said. So, quick timeout. You know what else isn't going to bring him back to life? When he fucking dies before he's born or right after. Can't bring him back then.
Man, he was dead before he existed.
Exactly.
It's so crazy. It's these fucking Christians, man. These Jesuses.
Says the state's abortion ban includes only a narrow exception to save the mother's life or prevent substantial impairment of a major bodily function. Cox said in her lawsuit that, although her doctors believed abortion was medically necessary for her, they were unwilling to perform one without a court order in the face of potential penalties, including life in prison and loss of their licenses. The idea that Miss Cox wants desperately to be a parent, and this law might actually cause her to lose that ability, is shocking and would be a genuine miscarriage of justice, Guerra Gamble said on Thursday during a hearing in an Austin courtroom.
Well, I mean, it seems suspect, but I mean, you knew that they were going to do this. Like, immediately they're like, oh yeah, no, it's not totally illegal, except for like, don't really fuck around, because it is totally illegal. I don't know why you would even live in fucking Texas. I wouldn't live there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't live somewhere that, like, the laws are all fucked up. I could barely live here. And it's because we could pretty much do whatever we want. We got, like, prostitutes and fucking blow and shit. Buy weed at the store. I mean, that's the only reason I can live here. Like, in Texas, dude, you can't do nothing. But you could own a hand grenade. My question is, like, what if you... like, they allow so much crazy shit there. You could just go into a bar there and just get fucking wasted and drink until you poison yourself with alcohol whilst being pregnant, kind of the same as here. And they're not allowed to tell you no. But I mean, like, but you can't have an abortion. That's an abortion, man. I mean, that's what it is. What if she goes and these police that are threatening to arrest folks if they want to fucking if they want to give her an abortion, what if she goes and, like, fucking gets rowdy with one of those cops and they tase her ass? That'd kill that baby right now. Dead as a motherfucker. Like, to a certain point, why does she just trip falling off the fucking curb? Like, I don't really... I don't want to play the sexist card, but if men were the ones that got pregnant...
I was going to say that exact same fucking thing.
You simply couldn't make abortion illegal. You simply couldn't, because, I mean, what do you mean?
It would be mandatory if men could be fucking pregnant, because they're the ones that make the fucking laws.
Yeah, it just wouldn't, like, it didn't... I don't know. And again, it's rich people are making the laws, Johnny. Not all of us.
Rich men.
Yeah,
rich men.
Rich
There's no women making fucking laws.
Yeah, I doubt that. And not only that, but this whole fucking ordeal, I find it so crazy that you can't just go to a state. They've made it illegal to go to a state where it is legal and just get the procedure. That's fucking nuts. Like, we're busy outlawing abortion, but we're not worrying about circumcision. We got to worry about things that actually matter, guys. We got to worry about things that matter, guys.
Oh my God, we got back to this again.
Nobody gives a shit about a fish that 3 weeks ago wasn't a fish, and in 7 weeks could or could not be a bigger fish. Nobody gives a fuck about that. What we give a fuck about is a real grown-ass motherfucker, and they're chopping his dick off, man. I don't care about abortion. I couldn't give a fuck less. The fact that this lady can't get an abortion is almost crazy, because, I mean, you are fucking... You live in Texas. It's your own fault. It's like... I can't you could live in New York. That you can get like a 2-year-old aborted there. I think they just take it and shoot it. I don't even know what they do. They're fucking crazy over there, dude. You can abort a kid all the way up until like the day before you're supposed to have it, and they just take it out and chop it up, I think. I don't even know how they do it. It's fucking crazy. I mean, I think that's a little crazy. A little late. I think they do late term and shit, dude. But if it can't survive on its own, like you take it out and it can't breathe, how's that? I mean, fuck it. Oh, man, I'd be falling down the stairs if I was this lady, man. Fuck around. I don't know.
That's fucking ridiculous,
I don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say that exact same thing. If men were the ones that were pregnant, then abortion would be just fine. It'd be fucking mandatory. You'd have to have some.
Ooh, man, I wish, man.
Fucking
Do you know
ridiculous.
what, man? I'll tell you what, the social programs would be a lot different, too. They wouldn't give a fuck about any of us. You'd have to pay for having a kid, too. If men were the ones that had kids, we would have to go to the hospital and pay. You wouldn't be able to just get the government to pay for it, or just, like, not pay for it. And then you wouldn't be able to get free food for the fucking thing. You'd have to feed it. And then you wouldn't get free housing, or free transportation, or free daycare, or free any of those fucking things. You'd have to pay for all that shit because you got a dick. And that's a bummer in this country also. So, I mean, I get it. Yeah. The dudes took away their right to kill their fetus in Texas. Moved to another state. They're cutting baby dudes' dicks off, and then we also have to pay if you don't get an abortion, even though we aren't allowed to make you. What the fuck is that? I can't. What? I gotta pay? Yeah, fuck out of here. Anyway, sorry, our heart goes out to you, but really, I mean, fucking move. Why not just move? Like, I remember one time, I was living in Minnesota. Some shit went haywire. And we moved all the way from Minnesota to Las Vegas in like 48 hours. Just fucking moved to a new state. I only had a backpack, but we moved. Greyhound will drive you anywhere, bro. You could just get on a Greyhound, backpack, move to a different state. I live here now. Change your ID, takes fucking a weekend, and get an abortion. And then fucking move back. You can't, like, they can't prosecute you if you don't live in that state anymore. It just seems like a lot of dicking around and bullshit and this and that and the other. I'm in full support that every state should have their own laws, and they should all be fucking different. So if you don't like the laws in this one, you will move to that one. That's how it was all supposed to be set up in the first place. The fact that they're fucking crazy over there, and you can buy hand grenades, but you can't get an abortion, that's fucking nuts. You can buy a pistol silencer, which is to murder a guy. There's no reason to have it, unless you're gonna fucking kill someone in secret. Like, and it doesn't work, but you can buy them, but you can't get an abortion. Why the fuck would you live there? Move to Oregon, where you could fucking get a witch to fucking give you a potion, and then you'll shit out a baby. Like, I don't know. Like, they're crazy over there, man. You got to take your life into your own hands. You can't, like, everybody wants to follow the fucking law or fight against the law when it's, like, unjust. But then you realize, like, they drink and drive and they go home and they fucking, like, they beat their wife and they fucking cheat on their taxes and they steal candy bars. And everybody's a fucking asshole. You're all breaking the laws. Fuck it. Just go get an abortion somewhere else. Like, this is the only law this bitch ever broke before in your life. All right, fuck off. MIC? Bet. I want to see her record. Tell me she's not afraid to break the law. Get the fuck out of here.
All right. I'm going to move on. Elephant herd in Malaysia tramples the car that ran over one of their calves.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, elephants
Take it back,
will kick
elephants.
the shit out of you, man.
Fuck
Elephants
yeah.
are crazy. How do you run over hold on, what kind of car is this? We need a car commercial. Was it a Ford?
It says, it says ran over. It said a herd of elephants trampled a car after it hit one of their calves while driving along a highway in Malaysia. I'm going to try the best I can. Asian Mode Noor, 48, was driving from the island of Penang to the state of Terengganu when his wife and adult son on November 26th. Around 7:30 p.m., weather conditions were poor, including drizzling and fog. As Noor was going around a left bend in his white Prada Axia, he struck an elephant calf that was walking along the road with its herd. The calf then fell to the ground. Seeing this, the other 5 elephants rushed towards the car and started trampling it, said Chief Superintendent of Garrick District Police Zulkifli Mahmood, according to CNN. Noor and his wife and son were all still inside the car while it was being trampled.
God damn!
My wife, who was seated in the rear, screamed and said all of us were surely going to be killed, Noor said, as reported to The Independent. The elephants trampled on the left door of the car and smashed the rear windscreen. It was a most frightening moment because the elephants were trumpeting loudly. We were worried that they would topple the car. Luckily, no injuries were reported. Fuck that, luckily.
What do you mean, and no injuries? You hit the fucking...
Yeah.
There's an injury right there.
And it was reported that the calf got back up. The car had extensive damage to the front of the vehicle and to the doors, and all the windows were smashed. While the elephant's reaction may seem extreme, such behavior isn't uncommon for these animals, which are very intelligent and emotional. If you put yourself in their position, if your kid was hit by a car and you felt that people were negligent or whatever you thought, I suppose you or your family might fly into a rage or scream or shout at people also, said Joyce Poole, co-founder of Elephant Voices, an elephant research and advocacy nonprofit, in an interview with Business Insider. They were really tightly bonded families, Poole said, so absolutely, if they feel that a member of their family is threatened, they pull together as a united force. And whether that means just threatening and making a commotion or it means bashing a vehicle, they'll do it. I was like, fuck yeah, elephants, go for it.
I wonder if that Geico will fucking cover that, bud.
Yeah.
Call the general, bud. Be like, fucking, my car got run over by elephants.
Call the general.
What are you gonna do, Shaq? Fucking help me out, dude. These fucking elephants fucking ran over my car, man.
The general will help you.
Hey, come on, man. Hook me up, Dairyland. I'm installing me out, man.
Yeah, that's fucking great, dude. Fuck yeah, good on the elephants, man.
That's it, man. Fucking run them over, dude. I want all the elephants to kill all the people. I don't give a shit.
Right. This episode sponsored by Sierra Java.
There you go. Well, I wouldn't say to pay us because those shits.
That shit is fucking strong, man.
Well, they don't make that much money over there anyway. They're not doing that great anyway. But, so you know what? Hey, we'll do a collab, huh? We'll get one of those fucking 15-year-olds you got working over there to come fucking give us some fucking juices or something. See your name on there.
God damn.
Fuck.
All right.
How is that legal? Every time I used to go there, dude, it's like there's a 9-year-old working there. Every fucking time, dude, it's like this kid got a school backpack on. You better get this kid out of here. Is this like it's fucking Tuesday at 9 a.m. and this kid's working a window? What the fuck is going on? Anyway, are we getting out of here?
We're gonna go to the next story.
All right, let's go. One more. One more.
Well, I got two more, but
all right.
New Hampshire man who lived in a trailer park for decades leaves $3.8 million to his town after his death.
God, I fucking hate people that do that shit. Oh, I can't stand it. You always find these fucking these eclectic folk that like.
Well, he wasn't always rich.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
it happened right kind of towards the end. Yeah,
hear it, man. Yeah, we gotta hear it.
Says residents and administrators of a small town of Hinsdale, New Hampshire, recently received a shocking gift after one of its residents died. Jeffrey Holt, a friendly, unassuming man who could often be seen riding around town on a lawnmower, was actually a multimillionaire, and he left his fortune to his adopted hometown upon his death. I don't think anyone had any idea that he was that successful, said Steve Diorio, chairperson of the town's select board, in an interview with Associated Press. I know he didn't have a whole lot of family, but nonetheless, to leave it to the town where he lived, it's a tremendous gift. Holt grew up in Massachusetts, attended college in Vermont, served in the U.S. Navy, and got his master's degree before settling in a small New Hampshire town, which has a population of just 4,200 people. He worked as a production manager at a grain mill just across the state line of Vermont and eventually managed to save up a bit of money. An avid reader of newspapers, magazines, and financial literature, Holt invested in mutual funds back in the 1980s. Soon he'd accumulated a fortune. I guess you really didn't know whether he had money or not because he never bragged about anything, said Edwin Smith, Holt's friend and former employer, in an interview with the New York Times. Jeffrey didn't change when he found out he had 7 digits in an investment account. Despite his wealth, Holt lived very frugally. He continued to live in the mobile home park where he worked as a caretaker. His home barely had any furniture beyond the necessities, though he did have a rather large collection of model cars and trains, history books, and classical music records. Holt wasn't married. He had no children or close family to leave his small fortune to, so he decided to do something different with it. Back in 2001, he decided that he wanted to leave his money to Hinsdale. He approached the New Hampshire Charitable Foundation, giving instructions on how to distribute the money after his death, explaining that he wanted it to be used to fund education, health, recreation, and culture. We have a number of people who will set up funds during their lifetime to do something after a lifetime, said Melinda Mosier, an executive with the organization. The unique part is that he kept it quiet. He was very unassuming. He just really wanted to give back in a way that was truly about making the community better without any fanfare or recognition on his part. In 2021, Holt suffered a stroke and soon after was moved to an assisted living facility. He died in June 2023. In the end, Holt left his adopted hometown $3.8 million. The fund will go a long way in the small town, which has an annual budget of $12 million.
Good fucking night.
Yeah.
I hate dudes that do this shit, bro. Like, I swear to God, man. You basically you wasted an entire lifetime that you could have used to properly invest that money into whatever programs or what have you, or actually start your own fucking program that isn't some criminal scam like the fucking Red Cross or any of these other shithole things that are like, oh, it's just some big super PAC slush fund that everybody steals money out of. That's what, if you donated $10 million to this town right now, they'd build another athletic center in a floodplain that you can't use that cost $200,000. They'd tell you it cost $10 million, like they did that one, and then all that money would disappear, like it did. They'd take the coronavirus road paving funds, they'd fix one fucking road, and they'd say it cost $6 million of the American taxpayers' money, and then all that money's gone. You see, these fucking, these phony baloney eclectic dickheads that want to live like hobos, but then leave a whole bunch of money to rich people. You know the mayor of the town that's going to be in charge of that fucking money? He probably already makes 6 figures. Why would you not? Like, again, they're tricking you guys. They're tricking you. I've never been one of these dudes that sees, like, what they're telling me to see. I see it for what it is, bro. This is, yeah, you're just... haven't you been to the town council meetings? Have you voted for your local electors? Like, what the fuck? This guy basically just runs unopposed. It's the same kind of thing. There's 10 guys that are in charge of that town of 4,000 people, and he just left, instead of starting some kind of program or something, instead of building something that town could actually use, that the citizens of the town could use, he left the money to fucking, he left $3-something million to 10 people. 10 guys that all only, and everything that those 10 guys, everything they say goes in that town anyway. Those are the only 10 guys voting. It just seems fucking foolish. You're just contributing $3 million to a corrupt capitalist shithead system. Fucking dummy. And you can't even do anything about it because you're dead. Because you're fucking dead. You didn't try to do this when you were alive, and you could be like, wait, that guy is a shithead. No, you're not taking that off the top. You can't do it because you're dead, so they're just going to have all the money. It's fucking foolish. It happens all the time. New York, it happens. I heard about it. Some lady saved up a fucking $1 billion and donated it to some shithead charity that, if you look out the dollars of where that charity goes, she donated like a fucking $1 billion to them, and maybe like 10,000 went to the actual charity because everybody just siphons it off the fucking top. Every dollar to Red Cross, 1 penny goes to the actual fucking relief effort, and everybody else steals all the fucking money. It's a big scam. The rich are getting richer, boys. Come on now.
Okay, we're going to skip the last story because somebody was very long-winded today.
Yeah, they call me Ran Long.
All right, so on that note, we'll see you next week.
Alrighty.
New podcast starting every Tuesday at 8 a.m. or hear previous episodes anytime.
Come on back every week, see sweet Poppy. I got what you need.
You can email us at who'stalkingshh@gmail.com. That's 3 H's.
That's it. Email me. I want to read your shit.
You can leave a voice message on Anchor and possibly be included in an upcoming episode. Tell us how much you like it or if you think it sucks.
Leave me a name and number after the beep.
Go to our Facebook page link on Anchor.
You know you like me.
You can also hear us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more.
You know me. I'm on all the platties, dawg.